Ukraine is step one. It's bigger than Ukraine.
That's Philip Breedlove, a four-star general in the U.S. Air Force, the former Supreme Allied Commander of NATO. Today, he spoke to Georgia college students. He focused on the war in Ukraine, now almost a year old. Jessica Cha sat down with him to talk about the war and why he says we need to care.
Russia has weaponized rape. Russia has weaponized torture, and it's got to end. It's criminal.
Philip Breedlove says as Supreme Allied Commander of NATO, he's seen Russia invade Ukraine more than once.
And now Russia has come back in and attacked more fully into the country with the goal of taking over the entire country.
Breedlove says Ukraine is a great nation fighting for democracy. He says they've been holding up better than the world predicted.
But the fact of the matter is Russia is a much larger nation with more military.
Breedlove says Ukraine needs the West's help, mainly with weapons.
Ukraine has dealt a strategic defeat to the Russian forces. So it's really about, will we give them the kind of weapons that will truly enable them to expel Russia from their land?
But if the West doesn't help, Breedlove says the trouble could spread.
Mr. Putin clearly lays out a completely new security infrastructure for Europe. It would move all of the NATO forces, Western forces, and specifically American or U.S. forces out of the Russian near abroad.
That means what's happening in Ukraine could happen to bordering countries. Vivian Casanetti, majoring in political science at Georgia College, studied abroad last year in Paris.
I think hearing about it made it a lot more real, being that physically close.
She says the world should be paying attention.
We're all greater parts to a whole, and I think all of our individual voices band together to form a larger effect.
But Tristan Hooper, another poli-sci major, says the West should stay out of the fight.
What does the U.S. stand to benefit from this?
In Milledgeville, Jessica Cha, 13 WMAZ News.
General Breedlove also wants to teach students about peace engineering. He says it's a way of mixing problem solving with social sciences. The goal is to avoid conflicts like the Russia-Ukraine war in the future.